What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have the other half of the Underground King's Garage, Mr. Charles. What's going on, man?
Yo, what up?
So tell us about what we have here.
This is my grandfather's 1952 Chevy 3100 5-window pickup. This was something that he bought off of a guy at General Motors, where he ended up retiring after 30 years. Bought this truck for 500 bucks back in the 70s, and it's been in my life all I can remember. I was 9 months old when I stood up on the bench seat and he pulled me aside, said, "That's your truck, I'm willing it to him right this moment." So
hell yeah, that's quite the story, and obviously I'm very familiar with that story, knowing Papa myself and growing up with you all these years.
hell yeah.
But let's dive into what you've done over the last year and a half since you've had it in your possession.
Yeah, so I got this truck a year. He passed away in February of 19, so it's been just over a year and a half now. And when I got it, it ran hot. I did drive it over here from Gainesville. I live here in Adairsville. It's probably a 2-hour drive or so, so it did make the drive, but it was rough when I got it. What I've done, I pulled the motor out, I had it rebuilt, hopped it up a little bit, put in a different cam, and yeah, did air ride, put air ride all the way around, 4-wheel disc brakes as well, redid the interior. We just finished putting a locker in today for the rear end, and it's still got the same turbo 350 transmission. Still a 350 small block Chevy in here out of a old Corvette or something he told me about. Yeah.
It's got and it's got aluminum heads, right?
Yeah, aluminum heads.
Aluminum heads, Promax aluminum heads.
Yep, custom exhaust wrapped all the way out, coming out the side pipes here.
Do you know what cam's in it?
I don't know the brand of cam. I could look it up.
Yes, I think it's a stage 1 or stage 2, and it's got a little chop. You can hear.
Damn if I know. That's what we say about this truck.
That's what we say.
Damn if I know.
That's what we say. You said what air ride's it on?
This is the Classic Performance. It was a whole kit that I got. Air ride. It's got Fox struts, air level suspension, 5-gallon tank. It's got a dual compressor system.
And you did all that yourself?
Yeah, everything up in a 2-car garage at the house. That's it.
Everything in-house. Tell me about the this patina.
So the truck was originally blue. I think it was then painted yellow at one point. I remember as a kid helping him sand it down and primer it white. And then when I got a little bit older, we went back and primered it black. And that was probably 10 years ago. So I'm 30, I was probably 19 or 20 years old when we went back and primered this black. Since then, I started to do some work on the hood. I thought I was gonna sand it down, and left it out in the snow for about a week, and we've got this awesome bronze color. But other than that, I haven't done any body work, no paint work, nothing. Just left the truck as it was when I got it, and as much as I remember being a kid.
A little bit of water goes a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah, grill's all bent in, missing a front bumper, the hood doesn't align straight. But the whole hood and fenders actually used to tilt forward. You can see on the side over here, there's a little pull tab that actually used to pull off. My grandfather had it to where you just undid this little tab here, and you could roll the whole hood and fenders forward. Made it a lot easier to work on.
But it don't work that way no more.
No, over the last week or 2 weeks, we've been trying to get this flipped back the right way so that everything opened like it's supposed to. So yeah, they're Promax heads, different intake, aluminum intake, trick flow carburetor.
Who rebuilt the motor?
Goza Performance engines, and it's a Holly carburetor. No, it's an Edelbrock, just kidding. Still left the same ram horns on it, just replaced them. Didn't want to go with headers or anything. This actually sits on a 69 C10 frame. And it's just the 52 body.
And it's been that way ever since you got, ever since you've known it.
Yeah, ever since I've known it. He wrecked it back before I was born. He said he slid on chicken guts and put it in a ditch and bent the frame that it was on. So he went and pulled an S10 or a C10 out of the woods, old 69 C10 out of the woods, and just threw this body on it.
Hell yeah, if it works, it works.
Yep. So yeah, I've replaced the water pump and radiator, new fan shroud. Like I said, custom exhaust, put a new carburetor on it after I had everything rebuilt. Like I said, did the 4-wheel disc brakes. It's sitting on air ride. It's got Fox struts all the way around.
Hell yeah. Well, let's talk about probably my favorite part of this truck is the interior.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Has been recently redone.
So ever since I can remember, my grandfather had this hat, and whenever you asked him a question, he dropped out of school in 8th grade, so whenever you asked him a question, if he didn't know it, he would just say, "Damn if I know." So we kind of went with that whole theme throughout the truck, just keeping this yellow, keeping the black and yellow accents, and just really trying to honor that same kind of heritage from back in the day.
There's a door panel matched to the seat. Tell me your inspiration with the seat, with the houndstooth and all. Yeah, it just reminded me of the 50s, something old school. You know, I loved the black and white. I think it really made that yellow stripe, pinstriping pop. Just something that I was really interested in, seeing that houndstooth like that. Yeah, it's super clean. I love the yellow accent. Thanks. Got new dolphin gauges. That's the original steering wheel that was on it as long as I remember. It's that GT racing wheel. I got the Suntac for the RPM gauge, the tachometer there, dolphin gauges. Back in the day, that old 8-track player did work. Since I've rewired the whole truck, it no longer does. I didn't put it back together. And I was in the process of custom building a center console here to house the gauges for the air ride as well as my temp gauge, and have some cup holders and a little bit of storage in there as well. Can't beat that modern comfort, huh? Sometimes you need it. Awesome. Well, what are the future plans for this thing? Yeah, I'd like to, I think I'd like to put a fuel cell in it. We were just out here since we put the locker in the rear end today. We were out here doing donuts, and gas was just coming out of the gas tank here on the side. So I think putting a fuel cell in it, relocating it to the bed would probably be beneficial. I'd like to upgrade some of the lighting. These are just trailer lights, so I'd like to upgrade that, put some teardrops with some blue dots in it would be nice. Definitely some projector headlights, something that's really bright, maybe has the two-tone, half up, half down, high beam, low beam style that you could see. Obviously, I'm still working on trying to get wheels and tires for it. I'm gonna put it on the Detroit steel wheels, Ambassadors, hoping to go with some 20x9s. I'm thinking 10s or maybe bigger in the rear. Maybe. I probably could fit them. Might do some fender work. Yeah, I definitely want to put it on some skinny white wall tires and just have the truck laid out. It's not laying frame all the way just yet, but I think once I get the right wheel and tire combination, it definitely will. So other than that, just putting a modern stereo in it and driving it. That's what this truck was meant for. It was a work truck. It wasn't meant to be something taken to shows where you trailer around. Like ever since I've known this truck, it's pulled a lawnmower on a trailer going and cutting people's yards. So I just plan to honor what it is, but give it a little bit of that new age style that I've always wanted to see since I was a kid, since we were kids, you know, what we've always imagined this truck to be, and we're almost there. It's been a long time coming. Yeah. I can remember this truck being white. I can remember it feeling like it was 8 feet in the air, but it was the coolest thing you could ever see. Yeah. And that's kind of the whole thing with this this whole build is, you know, just make it a little bit better and leave it the way it is, you know. Yep, that's all it needs. Just a little TLC and just some respect, and you know, do what you want to it to make it fun. Absolutely. Well, obviously this is going to be the
the flagship of the channel for the most part. We're gonna be throwing a lot of videos out on this thing coming in the future with all that stuff getting done. So we'll leave it there, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.